I sat quietly at the dining table, my fingers slowly moving along the smooth grain of the polished oak, a surface that had silently witnessed years of shared laughter, family dinners, spontaneous celebrations, and intimate late-night conversations over wine. Across from me, Emily, my wife of 15 years, paced nervously. Her fingers tugged at the edge of her blouse, her face flushed, lips trembling just slightly. Then she finally spoke, softly, with hesitation, like she was unsure if her words should even be said aloud. "I've been thinking," she began, her voice shaky. "What if we tried an open marriage?" My hand froze midair, fork hovering over my plate, the food on it forgotten. I stared at her, the sentence still echoing in the air between us. An open marriage? After everything we'd built? What? I whispered, stunned. She avoided my gaze. "I just think, maybe it could help us. We've been together a long time. Maybe seeing other people could bring back some excitement." I looked at her closely, trying to read beyond the words. She wasn't just nervous, she was rehearsed. This wasn't the first time she'd had this conversation in her head. I cut straight to it. "Is there someone else?" Her eyes widened. "No," she answered too quickly. But I knew that tone. 15 years together teaches you how to read between the lines. That wasn't honesty. It was a convenient lie wrapped in practiced calm. I didn't argue. I didn't need to. "Not yet," I muttered, more to myself than to her. Then I nodded slowly, locking the chaos inside me behind a still expression. "Okay," I said calmly. "If that's what you want, we'll try it." Her face lit up with a relief that said more than words ever could. That reaction confirmed everything. She already had someone in mind, maybe even someone she was already seeing. But she had no clue what I knew, or what I planned next. In the weeks that followed, I watched her change. She seemed lighter, more cheerful, constantly glued to her phone. There were sudden girls' nights, late meetings, quick errands for coffee that stretched into hours. I smiled through it all, playing the supportive spouse. But I wasn't clueless. Being a software engineer comes with its advantages. With just a bit of effort, I installed a discreet tracking program on her phone. Completely invisible, silent, and efficient. Within days, I had access to her messages, call logs, and real-time location. One name kept surfacing: Derek. A coworker. Younger, fit, confident in that arrogant way that screams insecurity beneath the surface. When I finally saw them together, sitting close at a cafe, her hand gently touching his arm, I felt something heavy crash inside me. But instead of crumbling, I felt oddly focused. If she wanted to change the rules, fine. But I'd be the one writing the rest of the game. I continued being the perfect husband. Patient, supportive, even casually suggesting I might start dating too. Her reaction was priceless. A flicker of surprise she tried to cover with a smile. "That's great," she said. "You deserve to have fun too." She thought she was playing me, that I'd just go along with this setup while she enjoyed her secret romance. She was wrong. I joined dating apps, not looking for love, just someone who could help me turn the tide. That's how I met Sarah. Brilliant, stunning, and with a mischievous streak that mirrored my own. When I explained everything, she smiled and said, "So you want to make her regret ever suggesting this?" "Exactly," I replied. And with that, the plan began. Sarah and I started going out. To all the places I knew Emily liked, always in public, always visible. We took photos at cozy brunch spots, scenic parks, and candlelit restaurants. I posted every one of them with carefully crafted captions like "living my truth" or "finally feeling seen." Our mutual friends took notice, and I made sure Emily saw them too. Her responses were subtle, at first. A forced smile, a lingering look at my phone, the occasional awkward question about Sarah. "How's she doing?" she'd ask, trying to sound casual. "She's amazing," I'd say with a wide grin. Her nod would come with that small tightness in her expression, a sign she couldn't hide. Then came our wedding anniversary. Emily insisted we throw a party, probably to maintain the illusion. I agreed, while preparing my final move. The house buzzed with guests, laughter, and clinking glasses. Emily played the charming host, floating between conversations with a practiced smile. And then Sarah arrived. Stunning, confident, and completely owning the room, on my arm. The whispers began immediately. Who is that? One of Emily's friends asked loudly enough for half the room to hear. I didn't miss a beat. That's Sarah, I said clearly. My girlfriend. Emily froze. Her face went pale, then flushed red. Without a word, she slipped into the kitchen. I waited a moment, then followed. Inside, she turned to me, furious. What are you doing? I shrugged. Just participating in the open marriage you wanted. This is humiliating. Oh, worse than watching your partner drift away and pretend it's normal? Worse than being lied to while you sneak around with Derek. She stared, stunned. How do you know about him? Does it matter? I asked, voice steady. You asked for this. Now you've got it. Then I turned and walked out, leaving her speechless in our kitchen while I rejoined the party. That night, Sarah and I enjoyed ourselves. Emily stayed in the shadows, silent and visibly shaken. A week later, she asked for a divorce. I didn't hesitate. She believed she was ending things on her own terms. But she hadn't read the fine print. Thanks to a solid prenup, and the clause that voided her claims in case of infidelity, she left the marriage with almost nothing. The house, the savings, the car, everything stayed with me. The last time I saw her, she was unloading boxes into a small rented apartment. Derek wasn't there. I wasn't surprised. Without the thrill of secrecy, their fling had fizzled out fast. As for me and Sarah, what started as a calculated move became something more. Something real.